Alrighty, folks, just want to give a big shout out to all of my Gold Club members from my premium page out there, because you guys cashed in on 4 more premium selections yesterday. We had the Suns, Hurricanes in the NHL, Anaheim Ducks plus 1.5 on the puck line, and we also cashed in on a 2-team NBA teaser. And the only way you could have accessed all those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club membership. And I'll explain a little bit more about all that in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my NBA free pick video here today for Friday, November 1st, 2024. Happy Friday to you. The weekend's finally here. Congratulations, you made it. Of course, if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page, and I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. Once again, folks, got to give a big congratulations to all of you members who are signed up for my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club package. You know, Gold Club members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Magic at the Cavaliers, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Cleveland's minus 8.5, totals 218. We saw a 2-point move toward the Cavs, open 6.5. Cleveland 5-0 straight up, 5-0 against the point spread. Orlando 3-2 straight up, 2-3 against the number. And even though Paolo Banchero's banged up at the moment, I still think the Magic play good enough defense to keep this one close. They're 6th in the league in field goals allowed per game. No real surprise here. They're giving up just 107 points a night. Jalen Suggs leads the roster in steals. Wendell Carter averages double-digit boards a night. And when it comes to grabbing rebounds, the Cavaliers grab fewer offensive boards a game than any other team besides one. And as good as they've been, well, you know, they really don't get, to the stripe all that much. They're 25th in free throws made, bottom 5 in free throw percentage. When it comes to the injury list, Porter's day-to-day for Cleveland. Strus is still out. Meanwhile, for the Magic on the other side, Wagner and Batazzi are questionable. Banchero's out for them. Now, total-wise, 4 out of these teams' last 7 meetings did fall under the total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Meanwhile, Cleveland saw unders this season against the likes of the Knicks and Pistons. Give me Orlando plus 8.5, under 218. Next game, Knicks, Pistons, 7 o'clock Eastern start. New York's minus 6, totals 216.5. We saw a half-point fade of the Knicks, open 6.5. New York, 2-2 straight up, 2-2 against the point spread. Detroit, 1-4 straight up, 3-2 against the number. And even though the Pistons have got themselves a handful of covers under their belt this year, they really haven't, beaten New York in a real long time. It's been at least 3 seasons. I actually don't know the date of the last time Detroit beat New York. It's a pretty long stretch of games. Like I said, it's at least 3 seasons since they beat them. And when it comes to offensive production, the Pistons are definitely having problems getting on the scoreboard. They're averaging just 106 points a game. They're in the bottom 5 in field goals made. And they're facing a New York squad who's actually been dominating underneath the basket on defense. These guys currently lead the league right now in defensive boards. Josh Hart averages double-digit rebounds a game, 2nd on the roster in steals. Of course, scoring-wise, Jalen Brunson leads the lineup in points per game. Now, injury-wise, Achua and Robinson are still out. Towns is day-to-day. Meanwhile, for Detroit, Klintman and Thompson are still inactive for them. Give me the Knicks, minus 6. Next ball game, Celtics Hornets, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Boston's minus 11, totals 233. Saw a half-a-point fade of the Celtics in this one. Boston 4-1 straight up, 3-2 against the point spread. Charlotte 2-2 straight up, 2-2 against the number. The Hornets covered against Atlanta and Houston. When it comes to shooting the 3-ball, these guys are making nearly 18 3-pointers a game. LaMelo Ball drills 40% of his 3-pointers, 28 points a night. Meanwhile, Trey Mann's 2nd on the roster in points. He actually comes off the bench, by the way. He's second in scoring as a role player. And they're facing a Boston club who failed to cover in 2 out of their last 3. Kind of sloppy on defense during that stretch. They allowed over 120 points a game on average during that 3-game span. And when it comes to defensive woes, the Celtics are 24th in the league in field goals allowed per game. Now, injury-wise, Porzingis is still out for the Celtics. Hauser's day-to-day. Meanwhile, for Charlotte, Jeffries and Williams are inactive. Miller's questionable. When it comes to the total, the Hornets saw 2 out of their last 3 get over the posted number. Overs against the likes of the Raptors and Hawks. Meanwhile, Boston saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the line themselves. Giving the Hornets plus 11 over 233. Next game, Kings-Hawks, 7:30 East. Sacramento's -6, totals 239. Half a point move toward the Kings, open 5.5. Sacramento 2-2 straight up, 2-2 against the point spread. Atlanta 2-3 straight up, winless against the number. And both offenses with some real good stuff going on. The Hawks are making more free throws a game than any other team. While Sacramento's making nearly 50% of their attempts from the field. The Kings did see overs against the likes of the Lakers and Timberwolves. Meanwhile, Atlanta saw all 5 of their contests this season get over the line. Now, injury-wise, Daniels, Hunter, Zeller, Krejci, Bufkin, and Bogey are out for Atlanta. Meanwhile, for Sacramento on the other side, Robinson and Carter inactive for them. I like the over 239. Next contest, Lakers-Raptors, 7:30 p.m. East. The Lakers are -9, totals 230. Half a point move toward the Lakers in this one, opened 8.5. LA's 3-2 straight up, 4-1 against the point spread. Toronto 1-4 straight up, 4-1 against the number. As a matter of fact, the Raptors have covered in their last 4 straight. Covers against the likes of Charlotte, Denver, Minnesota, and Philadelphia. When it comes to shooting the basketball, there are several things these guys are doing right. For one, they're 6th in the league in field goals made, 7th in free throws. When it comes to second chances, well, this is a top 10 offensive rebounding team. Jakob Poeltl grabs nearly 13 boards a game, 2nd in the league in that category. And Ochai Agbaji is drilling 43% of his three-pointers. And they're facing a Laker club who's on a 2-game skid themselves. Just 107 points a night they averaged during that short span. When it comes to defensive play, these guys just haven't been good enough. They're allowing their opponents to make 50% of their field goals against them. That is a league worst in that category. Now, injury-wise, Russell and Davis are questionable. Koloko, Vandy, and Wood are out. Meanwhile, for Toronto on the other side, Walter and Quickly are day-to-day. Keep an eye on them. But regardless of those injuries, give me Toronto +9. Next matchup, Bulls-Nets, 7:30 Eastern tip-off. Brooklyn's -1.5, totals 227 and a hook. We saw a 1-point fade of Brooklyn. They opened 2.5. The Nets are 2-3 straight up, 4-1 against the point spread. Chicago 3-2 straight up, 3-2 against the number. And unfortunately, I have no free pick available for you in that game. Next contest, Pacers, Pelicans, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Indiana's -4, totals 232. Half a point move toward the Pacers. Indy's 2-3 straight up, 3-2 against the point spread. Pelicans 2-3 straight up, 1-4 against the number. The Pels saw overs this season against the likes of the Warriors, Blazers, and Bulls. Meanwhile, the Pacers saw their last 3 straight get over the total themselves. And when it comes to defensive play, both teams with their fair share of concerns. The Pacers are 26th in points allowed. Pelicans are 25th in defensive three-point percentage. Now, injury-wise, Hawkins, Messi, and Tice are day-to-day for the Pels. McCollum, Jones, Murray, and Murphy are out. Meanwhile, for the Pacers on the other side, Nembhard and Turner are questionable. Wiseman still out. I like the over 232. Next game, Nuggets, T-Wolves, 9:30 p.m. East. Minnesota's -4, totals 218. Half a point move toward the T-Wolves, open 3.5. Minnesota 2-2 straight up, 1-3 against the point spread. Denver 2-2 straight up, 0-4 against the number. And if you want to see whether I'm making a play on the money line, total, or against the point spread in this one, this game is being featured as today's extra daily pick on my premium page. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the video. It's going to be in that Thunder Blazers game. That'll be a 10 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Oklahoma City's minus 11, totals 220.5. Actually saw a half a point fade of OKC. They are 4-0 straight up on the season, 3-1 against the number. Portland 2-3 straight up, 4-1 against the point spread. The Blazers have not beaten OKC in quite some time. Actually, not sure how many games it's been, but I know it's been at least 10 straight losses for Portland, maybe more. Now, when it comes to offensive production, the Blazers, they just really haven't been good enough. They're shooting just 32% from three land, 42% from the field. They actually rank in the bottom 5 in the league in both of those categories. And unfortunately for them, OKC's limiting their competition to just 37% shooting from the field themselves. That's obviously a league best. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leads the lineup in steals. Chet Holmgren has the most blocks. And when it comes to the injury list, Williams and Hartenstein are out for the Thunder. Sharp, Thibault, and Williams inactive for Portland. Now, the Blazers saw their last 2 straight stay under the total, 3-1 to the under in their last 4. Meanwhile, OKC saw 3 out of their last 4 stay under the total themselves. Give me OKC minus 11, under 220.5. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like Orlando plus 8.5, under 218. Give me the Knicks minus 6, getting the job done against the number. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on this video here today that I actually like the best, you may want to think about signing up for my exclusive Gold Club membership on my premium site. I like Charlotte plus 11, over 233. Give me the over 239 in the Kings-Hawks game. Give me Toronto plus 9, getting the job done against the number. I have no free pick available for you in the Bulls-Nets game. Give me the over 232 in the Pacers-Pelicans game. I have no free pick available for you in the Nuggets-Timberwolves game. And give me OKC minus 11, under 220.5. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. And if you do end up getting a membership here today on that premium page, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. They're going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks that Gold Club membership, it is an exclusive, full access, all-inclusive package. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.